Welcome, and thanks for joining me. Tonight, we will visit a place of magic and enchantment. A place where the air is sweet, the light is soft, and the world feels just a little bit enchanted. Find a comfortable position, close your eyes, and let your whole body relax. Take a deep breath in and slowly exhale. Let go of any tension you're holding on to. This is your time to rest, to dream, and to be at peace. Tonight, we're stepping into the Enchanted Forest. Let's begin. Picture yourself standing at the edge of a vast ancient forest. The trees here are tall and majestic, their branches reaching up to the sky like gentle arms. The leaves shimmer in shades of emerald and gold, even though the sun is setting, casting a warm, golden glow over everything. As you take your first step into the forest, you notice how soft the ground feels beneath your feet. It's covered in a thick carpet of moss, cushioning each step. The air is cool and fresh, carrying the scent of pine, earth, and wildflowers. You hear the gentle rustling of leaves as a soft breeze moves through the trees. Somewhere in the distance, a bird sings a sweet, melodic tune. The forest feels alive, but not in a loud or overwhelming way. It's a quiet, peaceful kind of aliveness, as if the forest itself is welcoming you. As you walk deeper into the woods, the light begins to change. The golden glow of sunset gives way to a soft, silvery light. You look up and see the trees are gently glowing, their leaves emitting a faint, calming light. It's as if the forest is lit by thousands of tiny lanterns guiding your way. The path ahead is dappled with patches of light and shadow, and you notice small, delicate flowers growing along the edges. Their petals are pale and blue. They seem to hum softly, as if singing to themselves. You reach out to one, and it feels like silk beneath your fingertips. As you continue walking, you come across a small stream. The water is crystal clear, and it sparkles as it tumbles over smooth stones. You kneel down and dip your hand into the water. It's cool and refreshing, and you can almost feel its energy flowing into you, washing away any lingering worries or stress. You follow the stream for a while, listening to its gentle babble. The sound is soothing, like a lullaby sung just for you. Along the banks, you see more glowing flowers and tiny mushrooms that pulse with light. The forest feels like a living, breathing being, and you feel a deep sense of connection to it. After a while, you come to a small clearing. In the center of the clearing is a crystal clear pond, its surface perfectly still. reflecting the glowing trees and the starry sky above. You sit down on a smooth, moss-covered rock by the water's edge and take a moment to rest. As you sit there, you notice movement out of the corner of your eye. A small, curious fox steps out from behind a tree. Its fur is rich reddish brown, and its eyes are bright and kind. The fox tilts its head, studying you for a moment, before padding over to sit beside you. "Welcome," the fox says in a soft, gentle voice. "You found your way to the heart of the Enchanted Forest. This is a place of peace and magic. Would you like to explore it with me?" You nod, and the fox leads you along a narrow path that winds deeper into the forest. As you walk, you notice other creatures watching you from the shadows. A wise old owl perched on a branch, a family of rabbits nibbling on clover, and a deer with a coat that shimmers like moonlight. Each creature greets you with a nod or a smile, and you feel a deep sense of belonging, as if the forest has been waiting for you all along. The fox leads you to a grove of ancient trees, their trunks wide and gnarled with age. Between the trees, you see glowing mushrooms in every color imaginable. Soft blues, vibrant purples, and warm yellows. They pulse gently, like tiny lanterns lighting the way. "These are dream shrooms," the fox explains. "They hold the memories and dreams of the forest. If you listen closely, you can hear their whispers." You kneel down beside one of the mushrooms and place your hand near it. At first, there's only silence, but then you hear it. A faint, melodic hum, like a song from a distant memory. It fills you with a sense of warmth and nostalgia, as if the forest is sharing its secrets with you. The fox leads you further into the grove, where you find a small, bubbling spring. The water here is even clearer than the stream, and it seems to glow with a soft, blue light. "This is the spring of serenity," the fox says. "Its waters have a calming effect. Would you like to try it?" You cup your hands and take a sip of water. It's cool and refreshing, and you feel a wave of calm wash over you. Your mind feels clearer, your body lighter, as if the spring has washed away any lingering tension. As you sit by the spring, the fox tells you stories of the forest, of the ancient trees that have stood for centuries, of the creatures who call this place home, and of the magic that flows through every leaf and stone. You listen, captivated, feeling as if you've stepped into a fairy tale. After spending time by the spring, the fox leads you further along the path, The forest grows denser, the trees taller, and the air even more fragrant. As you walk, you notice a soft golden light glowing through the trees ahead. Curious, you follow the light until you come to a small clearing. In the center of the clearing stands a charming little cabin. Its walls are made of weathered wood, and its roof is covered in moss. Smoke curls gently from the chimney, and the windows glow with a warm, inviting light. The fox looks up at you and says, "This is the home of the forest keeper. She's a kind soul who watches over this part of the forest. Would you like to meet her?" You nod yes, and the fox leads you to the cabin's door. Before you can knock, the door creaks open, and a kind-faced old woman steps out. She has silver hair tied back in a loose braid, and her eyes twinkle with warmth and wisdom. "Welcome, traveler," she says with a gentle smile. "I've been expecting you. Come in, come in. You must be tired from your journey." She ushers you inside, and you're immediately enveloped in warmth and comfort. The cabin is cozy and inviting, with a crackling fire in the hearth, shelves lined with jars of herbs and dried flowers, and a table set with a steaming teapot and 2 cups. The forest keeper gestures for you to sit at the table. "I've just brewed some tea," she says. "It's made from herbs grown in the forest, chamomile, lavender, and a touch of honey. It will help you relax." You sit down, and she pours the tea into a delicate porcelain cup. The aroma is soothing, a blend of floral and earthy scents. You take a sip, and the warmth spreads through your body, easing any remaining tension. As you drink your tea, the forest keeper tells you stories of the forest, of the seasons that come and go, of the creatures who visit her cabin, and of the magic that flows through every corner of this enchanted place. Her voice is soft and melodic, like the rustling of leaves in the wind. After a while, she reaches into a small wooden box and pulls out a smooth, polished stone. "This is a dream stone," she says, placing it in your hand. "It carries the energy of the forest. Keep it with you, and it will help you find peace and rest." You thank her, feeling deeply grateful for her kindness. The fox, who has been sitting quietly by the fire, stands up and says, It's time to continue our journey." The forest keeper smiles and nods. "Remember, you are always welcome here. The forest will always be a place of peace for you." You say goodbye and step back outside, the dream stone warm in your hand. The fox leads you further into the forest, and you feel a renewed sense of calm and connection. After leaving the cabin, the fox leads you along a winding path that follows the stream. The sound of water grows louder, and soon you hear the distant roar of a waterfall. The air feels cooler here. The scent of fresh water and damp earth fills your lungs. As you round the bend in the path, you see it, a magnificent waterfall cascading down a rocky cliff into a sparkling pool below. The water glows with a soft, silvery light, and mist rises from the pool, creating a shimmery veil in the air. Standing at the edge of the pool is a majestic deer. Its coat shimmers like moonlight, and its antlers are adorned with tiny glowing flowers. The deer turns to look at you, and its eyes are deep and wise, filled with the knowledge of the forest. "Welcome, traveler," the deer says in a voice that is both gentle and powerful. "I am the guardian of the waterfall. This is a place of renewal and reflection. Come, sit with me for a while." You sit on a smooth rock beside the pool, and the fox curls up at your feet. The deer lowers its head and drinks from the pool, then looks at you with a kind expression. "The forest has many secrets," the deer says. "Would you like to hear some of them?" You nod, and the deer begins to speak. "Long ago, when the world was young, the forest was born from a single seed planted by the stars. That seed grew into the first tree, and from that tree all life in the forest sprang. The trees are the keepers of memory. The streams are the carriers of dreams, and the creatures are the guardians of balance. The waterfall you see before you is a place of healing. Its waters carry the energy of the stars, and they can wash away sorrow and pain. If you listen closely, you can hear the whispers of the stars and the sound of the falling water. You close your eyes and listen. At first, you hear only the roar of the waterfall, but then you begin to hear something else, a soft melodic hum, like the voices of the stars singing in harmony. The deer continues. "The fox who guides you is an old friend of mine. We have watched over this forest together for many years. He is clever and kind, and has a deep love for travelers like you." The fox looks up and smiles. "The forest chose you," he says. "It knew you needed its peace and magic." You feel a deep sense of gratitude and connection as you sit by the waterfall, listening to the deer and the fox. The water's mist cools your skin, and the sound of the waterfall fills your mind with calm. After a while, the deer stands and says, "Is it time for you to rest? The forest will watch over you as you sleep." The fox leads you away from the waterfall, and you feel a sense of peace and renewal flowing through you. After a while, the fox leads you to a hidden glade. This place feels even more magical than the rest of the forest. The trees here form a perfect circle, their branches arching overhead to create a natural canopy. In the center of the glade is a bed of the softest moss you ever saw, dotted with tiny, glowing flowers. This is the glade of rest, the fox says. It's a place where travelers come to find peace and renewal. Lie down here and let the forest sing you to sleep. You settle onto the moss, and it feels like lying on a cloud. The glowing flowers around you pulse gently, like a slow, steady heartbeat. Above you, the branches sway softly, and you notice that they're creating a soothing melody, a lullaby sung by the forest itself. The fox curls up beside you. Its warmth is comforting. The owl hoots softly from a nearby tree, and the deer lies down at the edge of the glade, keeping watch. You feel completely safe, completely at ease. As you lie there, you notice that the air is filled with tiny, glowing specks of light, fireflies dancing in the darkness. They swirl around you, their light blending with the glow of the flowers and the trees. It's as if the entire forest is wrapping you in a blanket of soft, golden light. You close your eyes and take a deep breath. The scent of flowers fills your lungs, and you feel your body growing heavier, sinking deeper into the moss. The forest's lullaby grows louder, wrapping around you like a warm embrace. In the distance, you hear the sound of a waterfall, its gentle roar blending with the melody of the trees. The sound is rhythmic and soothing, like the heartbeat of the forest itself. You imagine the water cascading over rocks, sparkling in the moonlight, and you feel its energy flowing through you, washing away any last traces of tension. As you drift deeper into relaxation, you notice that the glade is changing. The trees seem to grow taller, their branches reaching higher into the sky. The flowers glow brighter, their light filling the glade with a soft, golden radiance. The air feels warmer, more comforting, as if the forest is wrapping you in a cocoon of peace. You feel a gentle touch on your forehead, and you open your eyes to see the dream weaver standing beside you. They are a being of starlight and shadow, their presence both calming and awe-inspiring. Tonight, I will weave you a dream, the dream weaver says and a voice that sounds like rustling leaves. A dream of peace, of joy, of all things that make your heart feel light. You close your eyes again, and the dream weaver begins their work. You feel a warm, tingling sensation as they weave threads of starlight into a dream only for you. The dream takes shape slowly, a beautiful, calming scene filled with your favorite places, your happiest memories, and your deepest hopes. You see yourself walking along a sunlit beach, the waves lapping at your feet. You feel the warmth of the sun on your skin and the coolness of the water as it swirls around your ankles. The sound of waves is rhythmic and soothing, and you feel completely at peace. Next, you find yourself in a cozy cabin, surrounded by snow-covered trees. A fire crackles in the hearth, and the scent of pine and cinnamon fills the air. You wrap yourself in a warm blanket and sip a cup of herbal tea, feeling completely safe and content. Finally, you see yourself floating in a tranquil ocean, the water warm and gentle around you. The sunlight filters through the ocean waves, creating dancing patterns on the ocean floor. A friendly dolphin swims by, its eyes kind and wise, and you feel a deep sense of connection to the entire world around you. As the dream settles over you, the forest fades away, and you find yourself drifting into a deep, restful sleep. The forest watches over you as you sleep, its creatures keeping you safe. The fireflies continue to dance, their light blending with the stars above. The trees hum their lullaby, and the moss cradles you like a soft, warm blanket. You are at peace. You are safe. You are loved. And as you sleep, the enchanted forest whispers to you, whenever you need a rest, whenever you need peace, you can return here. This place will always be waiting for you. Now let your breath slow. Let your body relax. Let your mind drift. Sleep well, my friend. Sleep well.